Welcome to the TYT Locked Out Studios. It's nice, I think. It's plush. They've given us
This
a
is
table.
actually a green screen behind us.
They've given us some chairs.
Yeah.
A couple of things to talk about as we get ready for Game 5. But first, that'll be in another video. But I want to talk about this college football playoff because it's a very significant stepping stone. It's going to make the next two seasons irritating because it doesn't start till 2014. What the athletic directors of the power conferences have done, the BCS conferences have done, along with the Notre Dame athletic director, who, man, I think as a sports fan, I'm tired of Notre Dame's special treatment. Join a conference. Join a conference. Of course. Yeah, the BCS athletic directors and Notre Dame.
Yeah, they always have to put and Notre Dame.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got a 4-team playoff. It'll be picked by a committee. That makes the most sense. Everything about this makes sense except for the fact that it's not 8 teams. I actually like 8 teams better than 16 teams.
Why?
Because I buy the argument that the regular season in college football has come to mean more than most regular seasons and should continue to mean something. Obviously, it will continue to mean something with a 4-team playoff. I think it still maintains something significant with an 8-team playoff because that second loss is going to be devastating. But yes,
Sure.
it does give teams the ability to lose one game. But if you don't lose any games, it definitely still means something. You'd be the number 1 seed. That's going to give you a almost certainly extremely winnable first game in an 8-team playoffs. So I think 8 is right. I think that I even think that 6 could be right. You could end up giving the 1 and 2 teams a bye. But 8 seems to make sense. But we're here. We've started with 4. It's a huge step forward.
Either way, it's exactly as you said. I mean, it is a significant stepping stone. But the one thing that I told you off the air was that no matter what happens, you're not going to please everybody. Yeah, There's always going to be that Utah who's left out of the top 4.
I got it. That's an empty argument though, because we get it. At some point in the 68-team basketball tournament, obviously they make a big deal out of teams that don't make it. But those teams weren't going to win a championship, and neither.
Illinois got snubbed. The Illini fans were irate at it when they would have got killed in the first round.
And that's okay.
Anyways.
Of course they were. They would have won a game or two, but in this case. As we saw with VCU, you could be in the first 4 and you can make a run. Things start working. You play your best basketball, you might make a run. That doesn't happen. That's not a situation that really exists in college football. No. That 9th team, they are going to have a complaint, but it's okay. They weren't going to win a national championship. And if you go back to the original plan, they would never have gotten a chance in the old system at all, of course. So it's still okay. What we've done is recognize that what's more important than having somebody angry is making sure that there's nothing arbitrary about the process of picking a national champion. And having 2 11-1 teams and 3 11-1 teams ranked 2, 3, and 4, and we're randomly selecting Auburn as the best of them because of what we felt about them at the beginning of the year, it's illogical. It makes absolutely no sense. This goes a long way toward rectifying that. It's a good thing.
So inform me a little more on this, because I heard about this morning. Change of glasses.
To change of glasses to read.
So the Rose Bowl completely out by 2012, or are they going to do the first round game could be the Rose Bowl game, the second round could be the Sugar Bowl?
In this 4-team, the semifinal games will be the BCS bowls on a rotation basis. So 2 each year. Okay. And the other ones will still continue as bowls. They'll still be teams 5 and 6 can still play in a bowl. The idea that this minimizes the bowls has never been significant. A 16-team wouldn't minimize the bowls. Nobody, the Poulon Weed Eater Bowl is still the Astro Bluebonnet Bowl.
Is that a real company?
These were all great bowls.
The Poulon Weeder?
Weed Eater.
Wheat Eater.
These are bowls from before your time. But those bowls, I mean, people are still going to gamble on them. So you can
you're still going to gamble on them.
And the rest of America will too. So you can still play. Houston can still play Utah State on December 18th. It's fine. And Clemson can still play South Carolina. Clemson wouldn't play South Carolina in a bowl game. It was a terrible example. But, Clemson can still play Mississippi in a bowl game that might be relevant to people. Mississippi's not playing in a relevant bowl game. I was just kidding.